Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Stop, Look, and Listen. I'm your host, LaTroy Gardner. This week, we got somebody that, just based off of our pre-interview conversation, it seems like I'm getting some Texas charm. I'm not sure. It sounds like it. But he's the owner and the CEO of Performance Experience. We have Greg Walls. Welcome to the show, Greg.
Hey man, I appreciate you having me. And Troy, you're not getting Texas charm, you're getting Southern hospitality. That's what
Southern
it is.
hospitality.
I was raised in Mississippi, and so I came to Texas by way of Mississippi. So you're getting good old Southern hospitality, man. It spreads across the South.
Uh-oh. I know some good cooking down there then.
Ain't no doubt about it. Ain't no
All
doubt
right,
about it.
what part of Mississippi?
Man, I'm from a small town called Picayune, Mississippi. It's right on the Louisiana-Mississippi border down by Pearl River, Louisiana. About an hour and 15 minutes from the Superdome
I
in
think
New
I've heard
Orleans.
of it. It's like a newspaper or something that's
Times-Picayune, that's a New
okay, yeah.
Orleans newspaper, though. So you've
Uh-huh.
heard of the city. That's
Yeah.
funny you say that. That's a New Orleans newspaper. But it's all the same swamp.
Okay, nice. All right, so let's just get into the genesis. Just talk about your childhood, your ties to athletics and how you got on this journey to performance experience.
Troy, I've been in athletics all my life, man, since I was 4 or 5 years old. As a matter of fact, many of my childhood memories stem from being a part of some kind of athletic competition. So I've been playing or coaching or facilitating my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So sports has been the opportunity that I used in order to graduate from college and pursue other things. And now I'm living in a sports world as a coach, as an instructor, as a trainer. So man, I have been in this realm my entire life. I didn't start on the other side of it until I got cut from the then Washington Redskins. I went in and continued my career as a teacher when I
Mm-hmm.
graduated from college, and then taught for 2 years. From there, I continued as a coach, coached at multiple levels. I've coached at college, and I currently coach in high school now. So I have been on this path, man, my entire life. As a matter of fact, athletics have allowed me and afforded me opportunities in life and in work, just because that's the field that God has blessed me to be.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you just talked about coaching and your career on the field as a cornerback.
Yeah, yeah.
What lessons did you learn from your coaches and just people that you looked up to that is sort of those lessons kind of drop down to you and you're spreading it to those that you teach now.
Well, that's a good question. Part of it is many of the lessons that I take with me today have nothing to do with on the field, but have everything to do with what I was taught in the competition. You know, do your job, do your 111. I know our coaches say that in football all the time. Do your 111, do your 111. Do you do your job? Then the job itself will be taken care of by everyone else. That's a hard lesson to learn, especially as an entrepreneur, because you got multiple jobs that you're trying to do, in certain uh, aspects. It also taught me to have a short memory for things that have already passed or things you can't control. Now, it taught me the lesson, but that don't mean I learned it a
Mm-hmm.
while back. I just learned that lesson that it taught me. I probably just learned it 4 or 5 years ago, but I can draw back on what I learned on the field and understanding patience as a pitcher, adversity, you know, things of that nature, and how to handle those things. It also taught me a little bit of humility on the other side of delusions of grandeur. Because, in athletics, if you're going to be at a high level athlete, you have to believe certain things that other people just can't believe about themselves and they won't believe about you. So there's a sense of confidence that you have to be willing to have the work ethic and the discipline to back it up,
Hmm.
just so you can stand on the things that you say if you want to be elite or average or everything else in between. So those lessons are lessons I take with me every day. Endurance, there's certain things you just have to endure during the course of life and during the course of contests. And then how to win and how to deal with winning, not just the contest itself, but winning matters. And I try to teach all the kids that I coach winning actually matters. It does matter whether or not you win because
Hmm.
it tells you a lot about yourself. It tells you a lot about how you can execute certain things to get better. It tells you where you are on the level, on the standard of your competition, no matter what the field is. So if you don't think winning matters, then you playing the game shouldn't matter, in my opinion. Well,
Okay.
that's one of the lessons I took anyway.
Okay. Cool. So I ask this question occasionally to guests, and I've always gotten the same answer. So based off of what you said, I'm kind of curious. Do you learn more from your wins or your losses?
I learn more from, it depends. So let me say it like this. The lessons I learned from losing push me towards winning. So when I lose, I try to figure out a way to best the opponent and be better at the same time. It's really that's the only lesson I get from losing is what's the next step to take to win. So could you learn more? Yes. Are you willing to learn that lesson without emotion? Not me. So for me, winning teaches me valuable lessons, teaches me what I need to do to sustain or maintain. It teaches me what the standard is, and it teaches me how to continue in that direction. Because you have to build a foundation of winning. Anybody can lose. That doesn't make you a loser.
Hmm.
However, winning makes you a winner. So I'm trying to learn those lessons of winning and standards and expectation through winning. So it could if you can leave the emotion out, but losing is an emotional thing. So I say you learned a lot more valuable lessons when you learn how to win than the amount of lessons you learn by getting your butt kicked.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So you're the first one, to go with wins, learning more from wins than losses.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Does winning matter to you?
I'm highly competitive. I mean, I, like just if there's a race to see who can rake leaves the fastest, I want to win that.
Why? Because
and
winning
and I'm
matters to you, right?
Yeah, and in my head I'm thinking of like what kind of shortcuts can I take? Not necessarily cheating, but how can I figure out a method to get it done more efficiently than the next person? So yeah, it's always like a thinking game to me where like I may not be the strongest or the fastest, but I'm going to figure out a way to be the smartest to achieve the objective.
That's exactly what I mean. Because everybody who says winning matters has a moniker of competition built in them. There's a competitive nature. And I think that's great. That's what capitalism is built on. That's what athletics is built on. That's how you become a champion. You can't be a champion without a challenger. Challengers are there to compete. You learn how to win by winning. You learn the standards you need to set by setting winning standards. It matters so much to society. This is not just me talking, but these are the things that I'm watching and hearing in my experience. It matters so much in society, winning does, that the second best team in the NFL is now talked about as if all the winning they did to get to the championship didn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the season was a failure. Like,
You're the
why?
second best team.
Yeah.
You have some of the best players in the world.
And
But you
trust me,
can't.
I watched the Super Bowl with my brother, who's a
It was a
diehard
tremendous
49ers
game.
fan. For a diehard 49ers fan, and soon as Hardman caught that touchdown pass, he just went to the room and went to bed. Didn't even say anything.
See how it made you feel? And you didn't even play
Yep.
the game. So you can't tell me that the lessons you learn from winning aren't more productive or more valuable than the lessons you learn from losing, because you felt bad and you didn't even play and you wouldn't go lay down. So imagine how they felt after doing all that winning. They are literally the best team in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
We can't forget about that. Now, because the standard is so high, it has to matter.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about performance experience. Tell us about that
Okay.
light bulb moment when that idea started to manifest in your head.
So performance experience it was 5 years of planning and writing in the book, literally writing the plans down in the book of what I wanted it to be, what I wanted it to look like. I had a vision of a place where the standards of an amazing experience through sports performance or fitness looks like it has a certain look and feel. So that was the whole thought, and it was based in customer service and program design, and it still is. You know, that's our moniker: customer service and program design. We write prescriptions, basically, exercise or sports performance prescriptions. So with that, and with the understanding I had in athletics and in coaching, because I coached some college football, and I had a knowledge base of recruiting and how it works, and how recruiting worked 20 years ago or even 15 years ago, how recruiting worked, and how kids get seen, and the actual process of what coaches do in order to give kids scholarships. And I was enamored by that because I had the opportunity to give kids scholarships. So with that knowledge and that passion to give opportunities to kiddos, because I was afforded one, and then the understanding and ability of how the body works, that's how it was formed. So I took my knowledge base of training and being a personal trainer, and owning quite a few certifications, along with coaching, on-field coaching at the college level and at the high school level, and then the knowledge of sports and movement itself, put it all together along with the ability to help kids get scholarships. And that was the birth of performance experience. So we opened up the facility in 2014, and it was based in general fitness and sports performance. So we had programs that we built, one-on-one programs or group programs based in speed and skill.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who we are, and that's what we do. Uh, but what it has evolved to is the opportunity to work with and through other companies and build programs efficiently with amazing customer service and putting an amazing product out there. So that's what we do now. We hold programs uh, at Fit Tribe Gym in Mansfield for athletes between 8 to 12. It is a speed and skill program. Actually, since we're talking about it, it starts April 9th. We have our demo or our camp day, March 7th at Fit Tribe Gym. We really want those youngins to come out because we do a tremendous job. It's fun, it's developmental, and it's for those kids to build confidence, to give them an opportunity to understand the movements at a young age. And I'll talk about that, why that's important, in a second. But that's one of our programs there, and that's for the youth. We also have programs for middle school and high school kids in skill and speed development. that is based on the design. We came together with a true developmental design. Gentleman that I've worked with for extended amount of years, Coach Don Hicks, who is phenomenal in speed and skill development. We've built programs together, and now we work together there at Team Extreme to build programs for higher level athletes, for athletes looking to cash in on NIL opportunities and scholarship opportunities and multi offer athletes through multiple sports. So that's what we do, man. It's a big passion for it, and we're really good at it. We're really good at it. So yeah.
Yeah, that was something I definitely was going to touch on. I wasn't sure if you were going to mention it, was just the way that NIL has changed the game for collegiate athletes. Do you feel like right now that's your bread and butter, your number one clientele?
No. The athletes we work with are younger in the developmental stage, and we carry them through that process for the most part. So many of the kids we work with are between the 5th grade and 9th grade, to be quite honest. Now they grow into our NIL athletes, and every once in a while we get a surge of those athletes. But at that time, that's a short term answer a lot of times. Yes, we've worked with thousands of athletes. I personally, over the past 25 years, have worked with thousands of people, and that's real. I've had a chance to do this for quite some time, and many of them are scholarship athletes or were scholarship athletes and have graduated from school, and some of them are having a professional career now in multiple arenas, and all the way up through guys who are retired. Saying all of that to say that, but they grew into that. We worked with them while they were 15, 16, or 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, 18 years old even, and then get them back whenever they come back to pursue their professional career. So we usually get them younger because we understand how important the development is, and which is why they stay, because we write the right athletic prescription for them.
Hmm. Cool. So how do you ensure that your programs deliver tangible results for the athletes?
Oh, analytics, baby, testing. Like testing and consistent communication, right? So we test all of our athletes. Now, we don't test them all the same. There are multiple sports, but we have a testing protocol for multiple sports. And then we have a testing protocol for younger athletes. There are certain tests that athletes under the age of 12 or 13, really, you don't get the analytics you need for athletes if they were 15, 16, 17 years old, because the numbers will change. But we test them. We test the movements, and we test the development, and we put numbers on those tests, and then we retest them. That way we know how to progress or regress any program that we write. And it's like the classroom. It really is. So here's the approach. I don't care how old you are, who you are, or where you are. English is my first language. I've been trying to learn Spanish for years. I've been Spanish 1, Spanish 2. I've done Babbel, all of it. So I have little knowledge. I can carry a very small conversation in Spanish,
Hmm.
right? So if I were to go in the classroom, what's the first thing that the Spanish teacher gonna do to me? They're gonna test me. They want to see where I am before they start teaching me. If I had a tutor, they're gonna test me. They're gonna see where I am, and then they're gonna meet me where I am according to their expertise and take me how far either I have paid to go or however far they can take me.
Hmm.
That's the approach we take. You can't learn letters. You can't learn letters until you learn sounds. Okay? So you get sounds, you get letters, you get phrases, you get sentences, you get paragraphs, and now you can write stories. But if you already know paragraphs, I can teach you how to write stories. You know what I mean? Don't matter how old you are, we design programs for the development. You give me a kid that's fast, I don't need to teach him how to run fast. I need to teach him how to be more efficient with his speed. So maybe he's running a better 40 time or 60 time. If a kid can jump, I need to show him how to be explosive through the hips and through the floor, and proper technique and repetitive movements, so we can take that 32-inch vertical to a 36-inch vertical. That's just science, baby. And these days, because you can track it and because information is so vast and because you have an opportunity to be a professional in this space, not just be a trainer or a guy who knows how to exercise, but a true professional who can be certified in different arenas and get those hours and get those reps, you know how to write the prescription according to how you test it if you know what you're looking for. And that's the passion we have. That's the coaches that we have. That's a development that we do for all ages. Like I said, at an affordable price, man. Program design is what PE specials in, along with our partners and affiliates at Team Extreme, Fit Tribe Gym, and Seed Sports Academy, man. That's why I rock with those guys.
Right. All right. So what sets performance experience apart from other athletic development and performance training companies?
Our efficiency and our customer service. It's real. We give real feedback, real information. We're real instructors. We try to stay on the up and up when it comes to delivering the information just like we got it. And what I mean by that is being efficient with it and being able to give information behind it. For example, set you up for 20 sessions, you show up for 12, then, hey, I can give real quantitative data about the amount of time you put in versus the results you got according to the program that we put together. We can do that and then give you the thing that you're actually paying for. Now, I'm not saying we're the only ones. I'm saying that's what sets us apart from many. The professionalism and the customer service from our instructors, the staffs, and the people that we work with. And the results, man. The results are what they are. We have kids right now in school, in the pros, in multiple sports right now. So the results are what they are.
Dr. Todd McClain provides periodontal and dental implant services in 2 convenient locations. They offer over a decade of experience treating patients, and appointments can even be scheduled in the evenings, weekends, or early mornings. Give them a call in Chapel Hill at 919-537-9774 or in Durham at 919-484-8338 or visit them online at gumsandimplants.org.
Okay. All right. So like with all of this success that you all are having, obviously expansion is what's next on the table. So just talk about those efforts in, the markets that you all are looking to tap into.
Well, it's really about the expansion of the programs, be it a digital or virtual expansion with digital programs that we have coming out. In June, we have a speed development program and we have a digital speed program. So we want to expand in that manner digitally and give good information at a great price. And then to expand our programs in different areas or at different gyms throughout right now, Texas, North Texas, as we're implementing our, as I said before, what we call our Speed Stars program. Y'all come on out to the Speed Stars program. You got a 12-year-old kid or anything under 12 years old for that development at Fit Tribe Gym in Mansfield. We have that coming up in March for Camp Day, and in April the program begins. And Team Extreme has programs for the middle schoolers and the high schoolers at a higher level of development in Euless, Texas. And then we have our Speed Stars program in Keller for our Seed Sports Flag League. So our expansion is more about the programs and the development than it is about brick and mortar and facilities. So as long as I have quality instructors, we'll keep expanding the programs, because I know that they help.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you said it helps, and as a result of that, you've been a recipient of multiple awards,
Yeah.
the 360 Magazine Top 100 Small Business Award and the Mind Body Bold Fitness Innovation Award.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean to you
Man, let
to
me
know
tell
that?
you what.
Yeah, go ahead.
Those were a few years ago, and I'm excited. I'm still excited about that. The Innovation Award with Mind Body, shout out to Mind Body when they were doing the Mind Body Bowl conferences. Man, that meant a lot because we introduced our speed school program there. I think
Mm-hmm.
in 2016, 17. I can't remember the date, but we introduced it like on a level outside of what we were doing in Texas there. And that's where we won that award. And I was really excited about that. Great team. Uh, it was a good accomplishment for us. We're really excited about that. But we won that award by bringing that development program that has now evolved to the fitness arena at that time. Yeah.
Yeah. So like looking ahead, besides expansion, what else is on your vision board as far as the company's growth?
Man, what I would like to see is the opportunity for this program or our development programs to be regional and then to be national. I have some amazing instructors with some really good business minds and some great program designs that we'd like to implement. I don't care if we do it in Lifetime Fitness or, in mom and pop's shops. We just like to implement those programs there and give just another tool for these youngins to build confidence and pursue these dreams, because these dreams you can monetize these dreams, and it gives them an opportunity to learn some valuable lessons and get paid. You can't tell kids these days, that you got to have something to fall back on. Now, let me finish my statement. Done right, you can actually pursue real opportunities in professional athletics through college and get paid doing it and get paid well doing it. But you got to prepare for that. You got to prepare for that. I've never heard a person say, hey, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a lawyer. And somebody say, well, if that plan don't work, you gotta have something to fall back on. You know what they tell them? Well, here's what you gotta do. You gotta make this kind of GPA in school, and you're gonna have to go to school and you're gonna have to get your bachelor's. Then you're gonna have to get your master's, you're gonna have to go past the bar, and you're gonna spend all these times in this. They start mapping out the plan for you. So if somebody comes to me and say, hey, man, I really want to play wide receiver in college and get a okay, here's what you have to do. Not, hey, I need something to fall back on. No, here's a part of the plan. The first thing you need to do is this. The second thing you need to do is this. Here are the opportunities that's going to fall on. Now, if you don't do these things, then you didn't want to do it anyway. But the beauty of that is you map out a fallback plan while you're pursuing that goal. I went to college and I had one thing: graduate. I knew I was going to graduate from college, and I went to college on a football scholarship. Of course, I wanted to go to the NFL, no doubt about it. Of course, I wanted to play professional football, and got blessed with the opportunity to do so. But I knew in my mind I could do stuff. Like, I knew I was good at stuff. I knew that if football didn't work out, I had learned enough in school. I'm getting my degree. I know how to get a job. I have some quality connections. I'm not stupid. I'm not it's not football or bust. This is what I'm pursuing. But along the way, I've picked up these skills. So if this don't work, I can do this. And if this don't work, I can do this. That's the way I went about it. And I didn't feel pressure to go, I got to go do something. I knew I could do something. I worked multiple gigs, and this just ended up being the passion to be able to coach and train and teach. But I learned a lot of that through pursuing the ultimate goal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't have a doubt, but when it ended, I understood the preparation for the next thing.
Do you feel like that's a vital lesson that's often, I guess, not shared within our community? Because a lot of cases it's that all or nothing pursuit of being a basketball player or playing NFL or a rapper, and not realizing that there's so many other um, financially beneficial opportunities out there that's directly tied to those pursuits if they don't make it to the mountaintop?
Yes, but I think there are a few reasons why, and this is just my opinion. Part of it is you can't be blinded by the goal. When you look through that scope or you have that tunnel vision, you can't see the things that are around you that can actually assist you towards that goal or prepare you for the next thing. I learned that as an entrepreneur with an athletic mindset. If I would have just paid attention to what was around me, I could have made my job as an owner a lot easier than focusing on trying to get that thing. That thing is there, and yes, you have to focus, but it doesn't have to be your only focus. It has to be the intent of what you're doing. You just got to be intentional about the moves you make. But vision is super important, not just in your mind, but being able to see what's going on around you or what's going on with you, or the things that could help you along the way. So that's one of those things that you get in your mind is this or bust. Oh, he gonna make it, or she gonna make it, or yeah, you gotta do this, or when I make it here, I'm gonna buy my mom this crib, or this, and all that's dope. But if you don't make it there, or if you don't stay long, you can still buy that crib. You can still do those things because there are so many things you picked up along the way that have actually allowed or afforded you the opportunity to succeed and prepared you if the success isn't as long as you need it to be.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, is performance experience pretty much exclusively tied to the training programs, or does it get into that? Helping assist the youth with decision making skills and their inner circle, or when they turn professional, having everyone expecting handouts and things of that nature, kind of just giving them advice to make sure they succeed along the way.
Yes, so performance experience is a play on words. It's PE. It's physical education. It's a performance experience. That's why we call it PE, but it's the experience. It's way more than just go in and do drills and prepare your physical body for physical play. It is more than that. It is true development. It is development. It is consistent mental or physical development and preparation for the thing that you're preparing for. That's why we have partnerships with who we have partnerships. Seed Sports, Seeds believes in planting that seed, so the growth of the person through that development, through that nurturing is better than it was when we started, you know. So yes, we're a lot more. Our initial tagline when we started at Performance Experience, or PE, was multiple sports, multiple athletes, multiple scholarships earned. Because that's what we did. We hundreds of kids have earned scholarships, everything from dance to all major sports. We've helped kids earn those scholarships. So that was our thing. But we understood as we've grown, it's even more than that. It's true development. And in today's world where things are systemically designed. Like it ain't a lot of play. It's more structured preparation for play. You know, it's more. It ain't a lot of just little leagues. It's skilled pay to play. You know, for the opportunity to continue to play and possibly get paid. So in that structure, we understand there's a developmental process that is necessary. Some people are missing it, some are not, but it's necessary. It's just like the classroom. You got to be able to do it. So that's what PE is about. And I'm a teacher. I got my degree in education, and I have 30-something odd certifications in teaching, coaching, and performance. So we're a lot more than just the sport. But sport is what's important. Like that's the purpose people come to us. That's why they come to us. Got an 8-year-old trying to learn how to run so they are confident. They're not out there falling all over themselves so they can compete when they're 10. Bring them to us. We know how to take care of them.
Okay.
I got an 18-year-old getting ready for college. He has to run a faster 40. Bring him to us. We know how to take care of him.
Cool. Yeah. So Greg, what's something about you that people will find most surprising?
Oh, I don't know, man. One of my favorite bands is Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Give it away, huh?
Yeah, man. One of my favorite bands. That's actually my favorite alternative band ever. Red Hot Chili Peppers, man. I've been listening to them for a long time. Other than that, man, I don't know. I don't know what people might find surprising about.
Okay.
Baseball is my favorite sport. I was a better baseball player than I was football player, although I went and played football on scholarship.
So what position would you have played if you pursued baseball?
Oh man, shoot. I was All-American in high school, and I set a few records pitching, but I probably would have played left field or center field.
Right.
I can hit. I was getting looked at by a few teams, but football was the route I chose because I wanted to graduate from school. And baseball was giving me an opportunity straight out of high school to possibly play in the pros, but I needed to graduate college. That was important to me. First one, from my understanding, first one in my family and generations of my family to graduate from a 4-year university. That was huge to me. And me being the first one, my younger sister was the second one. So we're building something. And I thank my mom and dad, and I thank God for that.
Yeah, likewise. I was the first in my family to graduate from college, 4-year college, and my brother was second. So yeah, similar accomplishments as first gen college students. Oh,
that's doing something because Greg wasn't going to TCU on mama and daddy money. I can guarantee you that. They did the best they can, but that wasn't in the wheelhouse for what they could do, man. So I thank God and I thank them for all of that. I really do.
Right. That's what's up. So, as we prepare to close, definitely plug performance experience. Just give us a quick, summary of what it entails, how parents or athletes themselves can get in contact with you and, get their regimen off the ground.
So you can find us at pesportsandrec.com. If you just want to see the website, look and see a little bit about what we're about. See the programs. You'll see the Fit Try program coming up. You'll see the information about our developmental program for the 8 to 12-year-olds, and you'll also see information about the programs for middle schoolers and high schoolers. You can see us on at Facebook at The Performance Experience, and Instagram at Performance Experience, and then YouTube us at Performance Experience. A lot of videos, a lot of good information. You'll find us according to the logo. You'll see the blue and the green with the PE, but it's a lot of tremendous information on our YouTube page. And then you can just link back if you want to be a part of any of those programs back to the website. So you see a lot of good stuff. Also, if you're looking for a flag league or whatnot, you can see us at sports engine, performance experience. So yeah, man, we're out there. We're developing one at a time or 100 at a time, but I got some amazing programs with some amazing people. So you can find us there and just shoot us a message, like the page, send us an email at info@pesportsandrec.com. Yeah, that's how you can find us.
All right. All right. So yeah, leave us with a parting shot. I mean, you definitely dropped a lot of jewels in this episode, and lots of positive affirmations. So close us out with one.
Man, I've been reading. I'll close with this. In everything you get understanding. And all thy getting, get understanding. I have learned that understanding opens the door for a lot of positivity, for a lot of wealth. It opens the door for a lot of positive things. But you got to be willing to get past your feelings to get understanding. You got to be willing to stand on patience to get understanding. And understanding is hard to come by. That's why it's so important to get, So learn a little bit of patience so you can understand what you're doing, how you do it, what they said, what it is, especially for athletes. If athletes have an understanding of what they're going into the game, the contest, their opponent, there's a sense of calm and understanding. So I'll leave you with that. And we all got to get it. And I'm still working on it. And all that getting, brother, get understand.
All right. Greg Walls, Performance Experience. Like you said, you can find them at pesportsandrec.com. Continue to support the brother. Continue to be a blessing to all of the youth. Because we need you. The youth need you. So
appreciate it.
Thank you for stopping by and for Stop, Look, and Listen. I'm your host, LaTroy Gardner. See you next week. Peace and blessings.